Okay, let's bring this baby home. I was a landlord who had a tenant, the same tenant for 12 years. Around year 10, she stopped paying rent. The world was in a pandemic, so the courts shut down. And the system said she had rights, tenant rights, to sit there in heat and water and comfort while I footed her bills for 1 year and a half. And then the world decided to try and right itself. The courts reopened and I, without a lawyer, filed for eviction. I won, all was fair, or some version of it, until September 8th, 2021, the day of the eviction. In short, my tenant mollywopped my ish. Her main weapon of choice, the damn water I was forced to keep on. And then there was the raw chicken and the pork chops and the 10s and 20s of raw sausage rolls she rolled down the vents, along with lard and yogurt and beans and mayo. Who even has that much mayo? Turns out I was better than blessed because my insurance policy covered it all. This is the finale. This is the 9-month journey it took to put my house back together. This is how the story ends. Look at this sink, y'all. We are now happy. We weren't going to be able to sleep with that other baby Barbie doll sink. Best birthday ever. Got my baby back at the house working. Y'all know I love a hard-working man. Yeah, you can tell that stuff stinks. I wonder if I can spray some of that stuff. Can y'all see me? Y'all see me. All right, y'all, so today is actually Saturday. We did awesome. We did a 36-hour work week, 36, which is really good because I did not go into work on my birthday on Thursday. I have a meeting with the project manager of the rental house that's being that was put back together. So I have a meeting with them on Monday at 1 p.m. and it's to go over, I guess, the final paperwork. So I guess you got to take some pictures, things like that. And I think that it's done. I think it's done. The last thing we're waiting on, and I'm gonna have to call these people, is for my mortgage company to do their final inspection. So weird. I called them to schedule inspection and they put in a application or form or something for me to have my final inspection. So I still have to wait for somebody to call me and schedule an appointment. I'm gonna have to call them every day. They are so slow that I really wish I knew more of the process, like had some more experience, because I would have been called them way before this thing was done to get on the books for this final inspection, because I don't believe I'm allowed to sell the house until the final inspection is done, because remember, the mortgage people are the ones who hold the lien or the title of the house. They hold the title. They hold the title on the house. So I don't think that they'll release the title if I sell the house before they inspect. Not sure how that works, but that's where we're at with that. So on Monday, I plan on going to work. Then I plan on leaving work at noon. So I want to get to work as early as I possibly can, driving from Virginia Beach. Leave work at noon, go out to the rental property, meet up with the project manager, and then I'm also meeting up with a cleaning team to walk through the house and show them what I want, my expectations. The house is fairly clean, right? Because part of the part of the contract was they had to like clean the basement floors, this, that, and the other. So it's fairly clean, but I want it to be cleaned again, professionally, deep clean. So I have a estimate on that. They only said $200, which I think is fine. I think it's fine, even though, like I said, appliances don't have to be clean, nothing like that. And we just got to get the floors clean, the bathroom clean, vacuuming, washing like the the ledges of the windows, possibly the window ledges, the stairwell, like dusting and doing that thing. So I'm gonna walk them through and cleaning the tubs and the showers and stuff, even though again Jay did an excellent job, but we just want a final go over of this stuff. So yeah, today, Saturday, the lawn person went by and he cut the lawn front and back. He also trimmed the bushes, cut down a weed bush tremendously, and he also trimmed and cut down some bushes that were in the back that were growing weed bushes because they weren't real landscaping. And he said $100, y'all, for all of that. I was like, wow. So I'm gonna pay him $150 once I get to a rest stop. I'm gonna cash app him. So that was dope. And we're pretty much done over there. I'm excited. The other thing about Monday is I'm picking Jay up from the airport on, I think his flight gets in at around 6 p.m. So I'm picking him up from the airport. So Monday is definitely going to be an action-packed day, but I'm built for this. I can do this. So I'm excited. Now what I need to do is draft an email to the prospective agent who's going to possibly sell the house. I'm going to draft an email with some of my terms and conditions, because y'all know, playing around with this thing we call life, I can't just do a straight, this is what it is, 6%, you know, for the 3 and 3 for the buyers, seller agents, and all of this and all of that. I can't do that. I have to negotiate some terms, because once again, I feel like if this house sells for around $350, I could do that. Why do I want to give an agent free money, essentially? Free money. Because she even said herself that this house will sell itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, this house has nothing but good things to be said about it. All the things are good. You getting stuff that ain't never been used by nobody before. You know? And this house was built in 99. The reason why, because I was going to go down a journey of selling the house myself and making another YouTube series about it, the road to selling my own home and figuring it out. Even though I did have a real estate license, I was a licensed agent. I passed all my exams. I signed up with a brokerage. And actually, I was signed up with the agency who her husband plays for the Redskins. So I did all of that, but I never had any intentions on actively selling property. I kind of did it because I was bored one day. And usually when I'm bored, I like to lean toward the sign of self-improvement and learning. And so I signed up for a real estate course, and I did that. And it was a course that only ran on the weekends. So it was like, they were long days. I think they might have been 8-hour days or something. So they were on the weekend. And then I studied for about a week. And then I went and took the test to see where I would land. And I ended up passing. What I didn't know at that time was how expensive it is just to have a license. It's expensive, y'all. Because first of all, you have to sign up with a broker. You got to sign up, a brokerage. I don't even remember what it's called, but you have to sign up. So with that will come monthly fees, office fees, things like that. They have a lot of resources that you can use if you were to play for real, if you was going to do this thing. So I had to pay those monthly. You have to sign up for memberships and where I had to sign up for 2 memberships. I think it was like Northern Virginia Real Estate People License Club. It's like 2 clubs, but it's expensive. It's like, it almost came to like about $2,000 a year. And then you had to make sure you stay current with your license, which meant that you had to take your test and pay for tests. I believe it might have been once a year or maybe every other year. I don't know. But the point of the matter is, if you're not going to actively practice, even though it was a tax write-off, and when we say write-off, it doesn't mean you get the whole thing refunded back to you. You get a percentage of what you paid out refunded back to you, right? So even with that, though, I was just like, this is a big bill for something I'm not using. And so I let my license go inactive. And that's that. In this journey, I thought about making my license active again, but it was going to be too much. I was going to have to study. I was going to have to do this. I was going to have to do that, pass the test, do all that. And it was just going to be too much. So I just let go of the notion. To sell the house myself, I don't need a license. And the only thing having a license would have provided me was resources, because I could have went back to the firm and used their resources. You know, they have all the paperwork and stuff drawn up. They have different things that you can use in the marketing and selling of your home, things like that. But it is what it is. Depending on what this house sells for, the agents on this home can make anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000. So I said to myself, let's say half of that, because you do have to pay the other side. So let's say like half of that is $7,000/8,000 to $12,000 extra in my pocket, worth doing all of the things I would need to do to get my license again. Mind you, it will probably cost like about $2,000 or so just getting my license together. And then in that $6,000 to $12,000 of my side, the broker takes a cut of that as well. You see what I'm saying? So now you narrow that down to maybe you're getting $4,000 to $8,000 in your pocket. And you got to think about the bandwidth, the time it was going to take for me to study, to go take the test again, to pay for the test, all of that, to join all the clubs and associations again, to pay all my little dues and all of that stuff again. Was that going to be worth that investment for one house? Because once again, I don't plan on doing this further than this situation. So the answer to that for me would have been no. So therefore, that wasn't going to be worth it. I was going to be able to sell it myself. What I was going to do was hire a lawyer to do the contracts, this, that, and the other. I was going to figure out, I was going to have to do a Google search, a YouTube search, or whatever to figure out title companies, all the things that go into selling a house and all of the pieces of the puzzle that you have to bring to the table and what they're costing and all of that stuff, what that is. Then there's always that chance that you're going to make some mistakes. The error margin, right? So I said, you know what? The easiest path for me right now is probably just to hire a professional, somebody who does this full time. I wanted somebody who was close to the property. That way they are accessible and easy, and it's going to be easy for them to be there to show the property, to just set up all the things. The person who I talked to, who was in the forefront of representing this property, she had awesome marketing plan. She sent me her marketing plan. She sent me details. She sent me comps. She also sent me contractors for different things I was mentioning to her that I would want to have done. And some of the contractors who she had built relationships with, they were like, I would pay half now, and I would pay the remainder after the house sold. So that therefore I would have the money to pay the remainder, instead of trying to, in case I didn't have the money now, instead of trying to stretch and get the money now to pay them to get stuff done. So I thought that was pretty cool that she had these resources, and the fact that she was lending all this stuff to me and providing all this stuff to me, even though I did not sign up with her to be my agent. And I also told her, because again, I believe in transparency for the most part. Sometimes strategically you have to keep some things to yourself, but for the most part I believe in transparency. And so I did tell her, I am interviewing other agents, this isn't the end all be all, you're not it. I'm looking at other people and I'm seeing what they say. And I asked her, is her commission negotiable? She said it is. She said, but she believes that she'll give me a price that I'm so happy with that the 6% will be nothing, right? So what I'm going to do is draw up an email to her saying what I would like. I would like under a certain amount. Like if the house sells for $359.99 and less, 4%. If it sells for $360 to 3, was it? Yeah, I think I said 360 to 369.99, 5%. And if it sells for 370 and above, anything above 370, you earn your 6%. You earn your 6%. So that's what I want to put in there, because I want to show and teach and be an example that all things are up for negotiation. All things. And in this life, you can truly live it on your own terms, no matter the area, no matter the lane, no matter the thing, you know, because so many times we're told that this is just the way it is, and you got to take it. You got to take it or leave it. And I'm here to say no. We always have options. And if when one says no, somebody else will say yes. And even though I feel like she will be excellent to represent this property, I can have somebody else represent the property who may not be as excellent as she appears to be. Because again, I never worked with her before, so I only know what it seems. So I can have somebody else sell this property who may not be as excellent as she seems, but guess what? This property will basically sell itself. And I believe in the laws of attraction. I believe in a higher law, the law of God, God's law. And so I believe that nothing comes through man. Everything comes from God. Everything comes from God who works through man. So that's what I believe. So I would never say that somebody is going to make or break my deals. Nope. We're co-creating on this planet together, and I want us all to win. I want us all to win. And that's what this is. This is us winning, y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I really hope that from the start of this journey to now, because we don't know how this ends, but from the start of this journey to now, I hope I was able to show good, positive feedback, motivation, just what it looks like to trust in God. To trust in God. I hope I was a great example of that, because some of the days seemed really dark. And we didn't know how any of this was going to turn out. But I do believe that for the most part, I am human, but I do believe for the most part, I had great faith that all was well, that everything is meant to serve me no matter how it appears to the human eye, and that we are blessed beyond what we could ever imagine. Everything that you think, all the blessings you think you have even more than that. There's so much working for you underneath the layers, underneath the surfaces that you don't even see. There's so many things lining up for you that you're not even aware of, that if you became aware of everything that happened for you to be okay, your mind will be blown away. Your mind will be blown away. I hope I've shown that, especially for the pieces that I knew about, because there's so much I don't even know that was happening, that was going on, that was being prevented, that was being built up for me, that I just really wanted that to be an example. I wanted to live. I always want on this channel to be an example, to show you, not just tell you through my words, but to show you through my life and my action and all of that, while still being human. We're not perfect, while still being not perfect. So that's what this is, and that's what this is. All right, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all in a whole nother video. Yeah, I thought that this video was for sitting in a tree, but maybe I'm gonna go ahead and edit this now for fun and budget, because we did a lot of talking about this house, so that sounds good. All right, y'all. All right. Peace.